日本響3月11號發生嘅9級強烈地震引發海嘯，造成上萬人傷亡失蹤，40多萬人流離失所。更嚴重嘅係核電廠嘅核輻射外泄造成恐慌，核污染嘅威脅使到包括中國、美國、法國等政府都撤離咗響日本嘅僑民，唔響日本嘅民眾亦都陷入咗核恐慌。中國民眾係開始囤積食鹽，以為其中嘅含有嘅碘能夠防止核輻射嘅傷害。美國人亦都係搶購俗稱碘片嘅碘化鉀，造成供不應求。不過目前美國同中國嘅核輻射值都係仍然係響正常嘅範圍裏邊。美國全國總共有65個核電廠，核能提供咗全美國20%嘅電力。美國政府表示，暫時唔會因為日本嘅意外改變未來核能嘅發展方向。
What kinds of difficulties are survivors of the tsunami and earthquake in Japan facing right now?
Well, there's definitely a big fear of radiation. I know a lot of people are displaced from their houses. I have friends in Japan that they're going to the supermarkets, there's no food. So I think, they're facing a lot of different struggles.
So you have friends in Japan. Have you been speaking with them? What kind of difficulties are they facing?
Mostly through Facebook and pictures, and everyone I know is okay, but the main thing is no food in the grocery stores and just trying to get a hold of people that their loved ones and making sure everyone's safe.
My friends have some friends over there, and they're sending off their children to different places so they won't be affected by the radiation.
My friends in Japan are fine. Luckily they survived the earthquake, but soon after they found out about the radiation, they decided to leave the country, and now they're in England.
There's a lot of people who are in shelters, and a lot of loved ones that they don't know what the status is, and of course then with the radiation and concerns with the power plants, I think people are just really fearful for radiation and what it might do and spread to the other parts of the country.
Why do people have feelings of increasing pessimism about the Fukushima nuclear plant that was damaged during the earthquake and tsunami?
I think the media, whenever you turn on the TV, it seems like the situation's getting worse and worse and worse, so it's hard to have an accurate grasp. And I think a lot of people don't fully understand how nuclear plants work. I know I don't personally, so I think it's kind of a fear and a lack of understanding.
It's so dangerous, and the potential, if there's a meltdown or, can harm so many people that I think we're all just really worried and frightened, and really want to do whatever we can to help address the situation before it escalates.
The U.S. has more nuclear plants than any other country in the world, and after seeing the damage done to the Fukushima plant, are you concerned about the safety of nuclear plants in the United States?
No, not really, because I think with the safety precautions that they have in place and what they've learned with 3 Mile Island and some of these other situations, that I feel pretty comfortable about that.
Are you worried about the safety of nuclear plants in the United States?
Yeah, I've definitely always been opposed to nuclear power, and I don't feel like it's safe no matter what our government reassures us of.
I've always been worried about the safety of nuclear plants, and this is unfortunately just an example of what can happen even with the best of planning. I think we have experts in Japan who are knowledgeable about nuclear energy and have had decades of expertise, and I'm sure felt that they had done everything to make sure this plant was safe. And unfortunately, all those efforts have failed at this point.